WTA also will have its own courses, right? They also have
Yeah.
recognized by them.
Yeah. But that one, but WTA is pretty
PIC
formal.
can cover a degree also.
You can cover training, including those that are covered by WTA. But later, this one later. This is a later slide. Don't worry about this. And then the other requirement is operating business in Singapore lah. Operating business in Singapore means you get revenue in Singapore lah. But it doesn't mean you cannot get revenue somewhere else lah. One of the places must be in Singapore. That's all.
Raymond, in the spirit of this PIC, is it a lot of things they never explain clearly? So in the spirit, is it like if they never say cannot means can, or they must say can then can? You know?
I thought that time Goh Chok Tong in his one of his National Day parade, he said if the government never say cannot means can, right?
So like for example, they say the 3 CPF staff right can be part-timer. So they never say cannot be your wife, cannot be your children. So that means can. Is that the spirit? What is your understanding of the spirit?
Not only can, I tried before, no.
Can.
Tried before. Even I mean okay. Most importantly, you must understand for the government whatever they ask you, you just report the fact. Don't ever lie to them. If they ask you whether this person is your wife, you just tell them it's your wife. Okay, that's all. Don't lie to them. That's all. And if they know knowingly that after they know that this person is your wife and they still give you a grant, that means they do it knowing and they is qualified. Okay. In fact, the example I give you just now, the son going for degree course, she was quite concerned also. I say you are so concerned, I write in for you lah. I say this one is your son, but also your employee can claim or not. You just ask the government, no, they are going to say can then. Because if the government say no, then I say how come you discriminate against my son being my employee? I ask them that how. You see, you cannot discriminate against my. They say I have a son. You cannot stop me from employing my son. What kind of ridiculous requirement is that?
You said the PIC the claim for the degree course.
Yeah lah.
That's training.
It's training lah. Degree is not training man. Degree is training. The degree is very formalized training. Some more the university is a branded university. You know, it's Trinity College or what? I hear it I feel so academic already. You know. Trinity College. They say it's one of the top university for dentistry. I'm gonna learn dentistry. Very formal course, you know. That one cannot lie one. They want a 3D college. You think anyhow, it's not even a distant degree. Just go there and study.
Okay, one question I'll ask. If a company is sending for a training, he should be one of the CPF or a foreign worker. A company can send for training the foreign worker also.
You all seem to have a lot of interest in training. I haven't come to the slide yet. Okay, but anyway, the short answer to you is that the PIC training can support foreign staff as well. It doesn't have to be local staff. Okay.
Anyone in your company.
Yeah, but STF.
Is a CPF contributor or something.
No, because foreign employees do not have CPF. Yeah. And for that matter, of course, knowing that STF actually don't fund non-Singaporean trainees. Oh. So and then of course the next the criteria is the expenditure in 6 areas. 6 areas one of the areas just for interest is training lah. So later you ask me. So how it works? So after you fulfill the very basic criteria, which is not difficult to hit, you're not even a 3 CPF staff lah. So the example here, let's say you spend 100,000 on the 6 area. Let's say simplify everything. I say I spend 100,000 to buy 100 iPads. iPad can be claimed just in case you don't know. So I spend 100,000 to buy 100 iPads. Let's say 1,000 for every iPad. So very simply, the government based on this year's budget, they give me back 60,000. Simple to understand, right? Just like that only. Based on last year's budget is 30,000 but last year's budget don't really hold any water already because this year is ending soon, and we are processing more and more cases at 60,000, not 30,000. So easy to understand, right? Just like that.
But the iPad, do they monitor who use it?
Actually, honestly, you think they can monitor me? They don't really monitor lah. They say okay. You all like to ask a lot of questions that is before the slide. But just to answer your question, okay, the hardware that you buy, first of all, they never say that it must be in Singapore. They never say how it's going to be used. It can be used by, of course, the intention is to be used by a staff lah. But iPad is a very bad example lah. But you know, computers, sometimes you know this. Look at this computer. Actually, nobody practically uses this computer except sometimes for me and if I do presentation. But if I don't do presentation, I only use that notebook over there. I don't use this. So, but this one has a important task. It backups the file. Even now, as we speak, it's just that in the background you all don't know about it. So there can be sometimes some of my clients they have 5 staff but they have 50 computers. But it doesn't mean it's not legitimate. No. But but of course, that company is a hosting company, so they explain why they have 50 companies, 50 computers. So they don't really monitor the iPad, but as long as in their terms as long as they're using the equipment for the furtherance of the trade, then you can claim for it. Like I ask you, you look at this beautiful 47-inch. For the purpose of the claim, I must call it a monitor. I cannot call it a TV. Okay, so this, do you think this monitor can claim or cannot claim?
TV
Can.
cannot claim.
TV cannot. But I cannot call it a TV because there is no TV signal. Correct. Although there is a TV jack, but I don't really watch TV. I mean, by the way, who watch TV nowadays?
Handphone can claim also.
Can. Handphone can claim. Handphone can claim. Handphone lah, tablet lah.
Printers?
Can.
Because they stated printer is a laser printer. Then I was thinking inkjet printer. A lot of people buy inkjet printer.
Okay, I noticed that clause also but there is one little clause that says digital printer.
Yeah, what's a digital printer?
Which means they include inkjet. For the matter, we did claim for inkjet before although it's not really common. Actually, company usually buy like laser
Nowadays, yeah.
Nowadays, yes, sir.
So just now you're mentioning about the iPad, you can claim for the iPad itself, but how about those kind of data,
The apps running on it can.
Not the usage, the data usage.
No, like I say, once you understand grant, you know that government do not fund running costs. You know that bandwidth, 3G won't be funded. But the cost of the hardware will be funded. But not for the 3G usage, the bandwidth for this thing. You won't not be funded.
In a company like this modem, all this wireless network.
Can, all them can be funded. Yeah.
Raymond, basically, I think that there's a lot of questions asked. I just want to ask you very simply, one-liner question. Will the government check that you are abusing the system? That's what, I think that's the overall sentiment of these questions.
And
will they check, and then will they penalize you from future claims if you abuse the system?
Okay, the simple direct answer to you is yes, they will audit But as long as you use the, like for example, let's say if I claim for anything in this room, I'm not worried they come and audit because I really use it for work. But honestly, if you ask me whether there are games inside, actually there's some game inside but I first of all, I never say there's no game inside but mostly I use it for business purposes. Okay, so for that matter, they won't run. Even if I tell you there are games inside, but that's not my primary purpose.
So they don't really go around checking every company's claims.
Not really.
By going to
not really
and all that. So I think this is what.
But as a consultant, I'll be more professional and tell you that doesn't mean that they will not check you in the future.
Right.
And I don't want to give you the impression they will not check you because I don't think this is responsible kind of advice.
I think it's like later and then someone whistleblow or something, then they will investigate. Let's say you buy 10 iPad and you go and sell 6 of them because you get 60%, then of course people complain.
Yeah, that one of course lah.
Yeah, that's why the photocopier industry get into so much problem with the PIC claim.
Of course, very simple lah. You know what they do?
Yeah,
$15,000 printer go and sell 80,000. That's why got problem.
15, 20. What's that? Again?
Let's say the cost of a printer 15,000.
Photocopier.
Yeah, then I go and sell 80,000. What do you think?
Or 15,000 they sell 80,000. Oh, okay.
Then you do cashback. This thing actually, a lot of people in the industry do this kind of pattern. It's very dangerous one. And you know why they sell 80,000? First of all, they say they bundle in the toner, they bundle in the paper. Like I say, government do not fund running costs. They fund the printer. You know, even when in a way, when I buy my first printer, of course inside there's bundle the toner already but although usually when you buy printer, it's half tank one.
The first
one is half tank. Then the future one is full tank So sometimes by right if they want to be really anal about it they will say you buy the printer $900 minus off the toner cost. But they didn't even do that. I would just declare whatever I bought, my invoice. They will just give me the toner. Correct or not? But you see, it becomes very serious when you bundle a whole year's supply of toner into your price. That one is ridiculous. That one is ridiculous. No, really, really ridiculous. Then you're asking for trouble. And then a lot of people, like a lot of the printing industry, they go around. You know what they do? They will just go around and say, "Hey, you sign, mian lui is because of government troop 15,000, I ask you to sign 80,000, then you sign, then I claim 60% is 48,000.
It's the client claim, but not the seller.
They pakat lah. You know, do the kind of financial transaction which is the client who told me, let's say they told me that somebody approached, I say, hey, don't do. I said, don't do, you know. Because this kind of thing, you know, as far as tax is concerned, as far as the tax department is concerned, they have the right to audit you.
Yeah.
Any point, 5 years or... Okay, 7 years is... you are required to keep your receipt for 7 years or 5 to 7 years, depending on. But if it concerns fraud, there's no limit. There's no limit one. 20 years they will also check one. So if you do one thing wrong, then you have to worry for 20 years. What's the point? No point one. No point lah. In fact, today, let's say I tell you, let's say everything in this room I claim, I can sleep at night, because honestly, you want to check lah. I mean, what's the big deal? I do use it for business purposes. I'm not afraid that they check. It's okay.
So if there's a sudden upsurge of expenditure because of PIC claims, it is legitimate in the eyes of the government, right?
They want to encourage you to buy more automation equipment.
I think also they reference to your revenue. So there are certain parameters they will use as a reference to. Let's say, for example, if your revenue is 100,000, then you have 200,000 of trading, then it's like, hey,
okay, even that is not unusual. There are some companies when they're starting, their revenue is low, but they need to invest a lot of things in the infrastructure. So it's not, as long as it's logical, as long as you can explain, it's actually fine. Not a big issue lah. And it must be factual lah. Don't say you cook up a reason just to answer the government. No point lah. So as long as you know how to answer, it's fine, and it must be, of course, the facts lah. So I mean, as far as I can tell, the government is genuine about giving this money away lah. Because actually, but of course, don't abuse by like buying the iPad and then actually for the record there was one I asked the IRAS just for academic purpose. I asked them, if I buy Angry Bird, can claim or not? You all think the answer is yes or no? Of course, the answer is no lah, cannot claim lah. But hearing it from IRAS would be also interesting lah, and I think it's quite humorous. I think the IRAS officers are quite entertained by me, because the time when I asked a lot of questions on the email, because I want black and white. I don't want you to say, just answer me your email. Then when I visit the IRAS, the counter, then I asked them some question. Then I asked the counter officer say, your name is Raymond, is it? They know it's me. And only I will ask them a question. Your Raymond, is it? Raymond, is it? Say, how come you know my name? Say, only you ask this kind of question. I say, in fact, I was told that I was quite famous in IRAS. Okay, this is for tax deduction which is applicable if you pay a lot of taxes. If you don't, actually, this one is just for information purpose. Basically, the 100,000, let's say you instead of claiming for cash and you claim for tax, then basically it reduces up to 68,000. As to actually how to calculate is quite complex. I'd rather not go into it. But this is just to show you an idea. But if you don't pay $68,000 tax, this one doesn't really make a lot of sense to you lah. Of course, you can always carry forward. If you expect to earn like a lot of money in the next year, then of course you do the tax deduction because you can defray future taxes. Okay, this is the part where you're supposed to ask me more questions, not just now. This one a lot of questions you can ask, but you all ask most of the questions. Okay, so these are the 6 categories in which you can get a cash payout on the PIC4. So the 6 categories are prescribed automation equipment. In layman term means computers, printer, all these things. But unfortunately doesn't include camera. The camera that filming me now cannot claim.
Video cannot.
We cannot.
Video. For training industry, we record then show It's kind of a tool for us, what?
Yeah, then the projector can. After you record already, you projector can claim. Automation equipment. Then the next thing is training. Then the third thing is acquisition of IP, registering of IP. IP is intellectual property lah. R&D expenses, design. So I shall go through one by one. This is the part where you can ask as many questions as possible. Okay. But before I go on, maybe let me understand what kind of industry. I know you sales training lah. And then of course I know Winston do what. You guys?
From event management.
Event management. Okay.
Safety.
Safe.
Services like in a sense.
Safety. Like be safe. Be safe.
Yeah, also part of it.
Safety for industrial lah.
Workplace safety.
Consultancy.
Okay. Be safe. We came for a few be safe training for some client. Although be safe is already quite heavily supported by some other agency lah, of course. Okay, automation equipment. Okay, these are the. Okay, I list down this here is not that these are not exhaustive but I list down this kind of equipment is because they are more common More common because every industry will use a computer. Whether you are in construction or karaoke, karaoke is run by computers, when you they are load from computer files and there's a server, all this thing. So computers, okay, you can claim for computers, you can claim for tablet computer, you can claim for what is this? Correct answer. Not TV. Not TV, monitor.
How do we claim phone if we do a contract?
Sorry?
If we do a contract for a phone with the telecom, how do we claim that amount? Suppose I bought an iPhone on a contract, right?
Okay, when you buy an iPhone, what happens is like that. Of course, you can claim for the price you pay for the iPhone.
Like $100 or whatever. Because in the contract,
I bought it for a zero. This thing I made a contract, right?
Okay, if it's $0, let's say if it's a personal contract you sign under personal contract, so you get the iPhone for free, for example. But company is a distinct entity, right?
Yeah.
Can you sell this iPhone to the company?
So then we show that we are selling it to the company.
Okay.
So,
Huh?
invoice
But
as an individual.
as an individual or as a shareholder or as a director You know why? Because even if you are the only shareholder of the company, you are not obliged to give the phone to the company for free.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense. Okay.
It is not fair to give the company for free, even if you are the only shareholder. No? Because in the future there may be other shareholder. Then you are in a way when you give the handphone for free to the company, you are subsidizing future investor, which is not fair to you. The company.
Separate entity.
They are separate entity, so it's very clear cut one.
So let's say I sign a contract with Singtel, I get the iPhone, I bill my boss.
Can work if he agrees to the bill he must agree to the bill.
So the bill needs to be realistic, as in it can't. I mean, the actual market price of iPhone is say $600. So if you put it around that, it's fine. But if somebody puts it across say $1,200, then they will complain, is it? That's the same thing as
I think I think if you put within the acceptable
value,
range,
the market value,
It should be
yeah,
realistic
the market
price.
value.
the realistic price is it should be fine because don't sell an iPhone at $20,000. Nobody will believe.
But can an individual raise an invoice to a company? If I want to raise on...
You can because you are a separate entity.
But how do I bill my boss?
But that's where there are some challenges because I work with some companies. They are concerned of like individuals, let's say like trainers, right? Some of my trainers, they don't run the company. So when I get them to train another company, let's say IBM, IBM says no, they cannot pay individual. They don't feel comfortable. They want to pay to companies. Yeah. So if like that's the case, then it may be seen differently in the eyes of the income tax.
True. But then if you are talking about, you see, when you sell your own iPhone to your own company, I mean, the only people that will be involved is the shareholder, the director, probably in some cases the staff lah.
Yeah.
That's all. You won't involve a company like IBM. I mean,
I'm saying companies, they buying things from individuals like that, not from a registered like phone shop and all that. Then will the income tax dodgy kind of arrangement?
No, again, like I say, as long as you declare a fact, you're already selling your phone to the company, then you just sell your phone to the company lah. Because this is the fact, ma. And then you never sell an iPhone at $20,000, so you shouldn't be concerned. You just sell your iPhone at a fair value lah, which is a fair market value. Sometimes if the phone is not even new, I'll tell my client to even discount a bit. There's some depreciation involved. So don't like I say, the government is willing to give out the money, but don't abuse the trust lah, in a way. Like these are the things I can claim lah. But having said that, okay, handphone can claim. Handphone. For that matter, handphone, Bluetooth headset, Sunon, your Bluetooth headset can claim.
Accessory also can.
It's the IT accessory.
Hardware, yeah. It's hardware again because
Software also can. Like, okay, for that matter, even handphone battery can claim. It's an IT accessory.
charger, everything, okay.
Charger never asked before, but I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
Because the power cord to the notebook can be claimed, which is in a way a charger.
Charger only, yeah.
Because the logic is the same.
How about website services? Like you sign up for some services on the website.
If it's a leasing of software, can be claimed. It's a software subscription.
What about web-based services?
Hosting.
Can.
Hosting or
Cloud-based solution can claim.
services
Hosting
can.
can.
Hosting cannot. Hosting is not a leasing of software.
How about those like software that can auto respond and
Can.
process That one can.
That one is software mah?
Under
It's
AWeber.
auto
Product
response.
Available.
That one can.
Dropbox also can.
Dropbox also can.
Dropbox. It's a software mah?
If we develop a full website, that full amount can be claimed.
If you develop a full website, if it's a software development, you can claim on the manpower cost. You see, as far as this category is concerned, I mean, of course, the IT equipment can be claimed. All the related, what they deem as incidental costs can be claimed. What are incidental costs? That means setup costs. Let's say if I buy the printer at $900, I cannot bring back myself, so I ask a delivery man to deliver $50. And $50 can be claimed.
We are planning to make a new website, so which will be more helpful for all the ticketing purposes, and inside